Think we're live. Yeah,
We're live.
live. Happy New Year. 2023 has arrived. The wake of 2022, here we are. It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to basically do everything, anything you want. It's a fresh start actually. To wash away 2022 success failure, and it is indeed a fresh start. And what better way to start off this year by dropping an indie film, and that film is no other than Ang Pagputol. If in case you haven't heard of it, check it out on one of our links on the descriptions below, on our stories, or wherever you can find Scenes in Music Press and the huge upside. But without further ado, the name is Mikhail Moreno Racho, and I'm joined by the cast and the crew of Ang Pagputol, an independent film straight out of Cagayan de Oro City.
Okay.
It's a blockbuster, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
No
Dapat
cap.
lang. Dapat
No
lang. Dapat
cap.
lang.
Well, to my right are, of course, again, let me reiterate, the cast and the crew members, and they will introduce themselves. Starting to the far rightmost corner, the director herself. Go ahead.
Hello, ako si Ella Figura. I am the writer, director, and actor sa Ang Pagputol film.
Okay. Yan. Hi guys, I am Yuvon Esling. You can call me Yui, and I am the director of photography of the Pagputol film.
Hello everyone, my name is JT Absedi. You can call me J or AJ, and I'm one of the supporting actor of Ang Pagputol.
Hi everyone, my name is Scarlett Catral and I'm one of the supporting actress of Ang Pagputol.
Hi everyone, I'm Elisha May Figura, and I'm the supporting actor.
Yeah, you're Ninita.
Okay.
Twinning, actually.
Twinning,
So,
twinning.
negit sila.
Yes. It runs in the blood.
Hey, I really wanna talk about this. How does it feel? You're starring in your sister's show.
Oh, very grateful, but scary.
I really wanna hit it off right away because I believe that this film talks a lot about parenting subliminally and the effects of abuse in parenthood and all that. Doesn't have to be your parents, but the effects of abuse. Now, knowing that you're part of this film, how's it feel? You gone through that, like you know what the story is about, and knowing your sister directed it all. What's the experience like to be part of a film and to be an actress?
She's very scary. But
I remember the
you know,
days.
She did a good job.
Spill all the details, this girl.
Nothing abusive, right?
Wala man.
Well, I think Ella has come prepared for all these questions, like left field questions, but also the film itself is, I think it's something that talks about something that's not talked about actually in our society a lot. I mean, there is already, but it's good that it's being talked more, and especially in the form of art, in the form of film. And without further ado, I'm gonna ask Ella right away. So, Ella, ikaw magi-director o nagsulat sulat ani tanan. So what's the deal? Like, why did you come up with, what inspired you to start this film, and what's the backstory behind the film? And yeah, you can start off with that.
Oh, I think mag-start ta sa backstory sa film. Actually, gimanifest ni na ako siya. Actually, witch gid ko sa tinuod nga life. Joke lang. Gimanifest na ako in a way nga katong Halloween of 2022. I was like thinking na, oh, I really want to, like I was thinking of a short film, like a concept of a short film, nga na. And then I actually talked to it with Scarlett. And then the day after, like literally the day after, kaya gi-contact ko ani nila you na gusto daw sila make a passion project, a film. We were supposed to pass it to a film
Contest.
making contest, like horror contest. But yeah, at that time, wala mi kaapas sa deadline.
Cut-off.
Yeah,
So,
it's
na-postpone
very
and next year na
It
lang.
was so tight. Yeah, so The process of writing for me, kay, I locked myself in my room for 2 days kay because of the deadline. So, abi na ko nga murag.
Wala
I can-
kaon-kaon?
Oh, I mean, nag-eat pud ko og kuan, Demetrios.
No plug intended. Baka-
No plug intended, bro.
But yeah, nag-lock ko sa akong room, and then I was thinking like I've never done a film before, so this is actually my first film.
Wait up, what about that first one you did, Still Awesome? Isn't that a film or just a play?
It's
or-
theater,
Theater.
siya, so it's
Alright.
not really in a filmic language, unlike this one.
Cool.
That was really
So yeah, the first, this is the first time I've done it, and so dili ko kabaloon sa language sa film and everything. So nag self-taught, wow, self-taught ko slight. So I was like, what do, like, diba they say write what you know. So at first I was feeling now what is the most fearful thing for me, like what scares me the most. And at that time, until now actually, okay, it's really all about the fear of cutting ties. So that's the first for me, cutting ties from my parents because I just graduated last year. Woo!
Congrats, though.
So that's the first one. Good. And then, of course, like getting from personal experience and from experiences from other women around
So
me.
that film, the scenes were an actual reenactment?
Not dili siya actually reenactment.
Yeah, but true.
Ellie, ano sinasabi mo? What do you mean?
No, that was just for entertainment purposes. Right.
But I guess so. I mean, like, naa siya, like, because in all my work, I think, I feel like we all have to, no matter how fantastical, it's either, like, if comedy or horror, like, both sides of the spectrum, there has to be truth. So, muna, it's just, amplify lang yun ako to the extreme of horror. So, yeah. And abuse, yeah,
Anything
trauma.
else you guys want to add to that? Like your own version, if you were supposed to be like the director of this, can't let Ella take all the spotlight, right? Of course, she directed
Kadze,
everything,
you
but
want to say something
well,
about...
what would you guys like? Because you played a part. Basically you left a piece of yourselves in this
Yeah.
film. So if this was your brainchild, like what would you have? How would you guys have done it? And what would be the backstory? Would it be a fear of like cutting ties as well, or what?
I mean, like, while we were doing this film, like while we were shooting it, actually before that, Ella was asking me suggestions, questions like, what is witchcraft? What is this? What is that? Like, she's been asking me, and of course I'm gonna answer. And then she also asked, na kanang
You practice the
Basta-
arts though?
yes.
Really? You're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna do some magic. Right?
Maybe I don't know,
Alright.
but like anyway, I actually when I read the script, it's actually good, and last minute, like before we start the shooting, I actually suggested something like, can we do this ending instead? Because I explained what curses are, and then like
Barang.
yeah, like barang, curse, kulam. Actually, they're actually like different.
Oh, really?
And then and then like
There are levels to this.
Yeah.
Pay attention,
yeah,
folks.
and then like
You're learning.
she actually realized something like, yeah, you can't really end a curse. If you're going to end a curse, it's not actually like ended. It's gonna evolve into something. So as like it's posted na, diba? Like as you've watched, murag naapay something gihapon eeriness. Oh my gosh.
Well, are you guys spoiling something?
No, actually, ang
We're gonna cut that.
I actually have an alternate. We filmed an alternate.
So there's
ending.
another ending to it.
Yes, there is.
Wow.
There is another ending.
Yeah, there is. Pero ang
Where can
final
we find
niyan,
it? Some Patreon account or what?
we can post it if you guys want.
We'll post it.
But the ending that we ended up with this film na release is like the very director's cut good. The other one was supposed to be a parang
Short and
for the
precise.
5-minute version. But yeah, she's also brilliant kay. She makes a great point na. Because for me, the film really is about like abuse, right? Like
Yeah.
trauma from abuse from the parents. And marag, once a person like has trauma or receives trauma or abuse, parang they tend to kanang reflect it on others as well. Baya. So that's the whole
Sure.
point of the
It's,
film.
it's the projection actually.
Yeah. So trauma
Mostly.
begets trauma.
For sure.
But in the end, love begets love.
It's a cycle. So, I saw at the end part. I'm gonna spoil it now. Can I? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
everybody's seen. At this point, if they've heard of this, they've seen it already. It's about breaking the cycle,
Yeah.
ending the cycle.
Yes, actually.
Like
Yeah.
witchcraft aside, the witchy thing are just like it's just really
Spice.
yeah, like it's just a
It's
background.
spice.
If you're gonna focus on it, it's really about life struggles, about trauma, and mending the bond with like abandonment issues also. Yeah.
Well,
Anything else? You and Jay.
like, well, basically, I haven't seen the film yet. I am
That's funny.
I'm about to
Guys
watch
made the
it.
film, you haven't.
Maybe later, siguro, I'll watch the film. Pero like Scarlett said, the film is just not. I mean, the witchcraft is just a spice to it, just to
Right.
like it's basically a crust to what is deeper within. So basically, ang story is, I mean, most of the story will revolve around abandonment, traumas of a kid having this kind of relationship between his family, mom and dad. Let's say mga abuse, especially abuse is very common. I have a lot of friends good nga magchika sila randomly lang sa kuha nga kanang matingala na lang ko nga muhilak sila kalit sa call, yeah, stuff like that.
Right.
So yung ko like it's not just we're not just touching film here and witchcraft aside. We're also tackling more about what life is for them good. So basically we just express it through Direct's visionary. That's, you know, we tried to make it as close as possible nga it needs to be studied deeper.
Or cause something triggering.
Well, that's another part. That's another part. That's another part. Pero
Wouldn't it make that film so much the punchline though, like it would trigger somebody,
actually
flashbacks.
we haven't thought of that as murag let's say the idea. Dili wala man siya githink nga as the idea of the film nga murag we need to take a good hit sa person or sa people nga naka-experience again. As basically the murag broad or the bigger picture, I mean, is kay wala lang gyud siya nag-rotate mostly sa abuse lang gyud. It's basically on the experiences lang gyud sa people. And we don't want random people nga maigo lang gyud just for the sake nga gi-make na mo ang film kay nakita na mo or nadunggan na mo ilang problem or nakita na mo nga hala nag-struggle siya nga ni family stuff. So but overall kung kinsa may naka-watch na gani sa film, I hope that you guys enjoyed it good kay wala pa ko kita.
Same.
I wanna watch it.
Same.
I wanna watch it good. Wa ka balon sa products
So
akong work.
You know what? Some folks find their work cringy after they make it, and then
That's true.
That's
That's true. That's true.
That's
true.
That's the freaking imposter syndrome
Pero-
taking over.
I don't know. I don't know.
Been there.
Basta proud sila Direct and the cast as well. They're
Yeah.
proud of the work. I'll be proud as well. I don't have much choice.
Judgment of self. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, the audience gets to decide, and you know what? The fulfilling part of it is, you guys made it happen. So congratulations.
Yes.
It's on YouTube, January 6th,
Work everyone.
3 p.m. a while ago, right?
3 p.m.
Yeah.
Until the 13th of January. So if you guys missed that, where can they find it though after January 13?
Abangan. Now, we're actually planning to kanang give it to Mekon. So Mekon is our assistant director, but he's also gonna be our screening manager.
He's
so,
gonna remaster it or what?
No, he's just gonna find some festivals to submit
To be
it
the one to decide
yeah,
kumbaga.
kung
Alright.
asa siya
Where do we submit the
mapadulong.
film? Hopefully we win something.
Ayun.
Hopefully you guys
Hopefully
do. Because
Hopefully we win
if you
something.
guys do, you probably join a list of like productions here. Like there's one that but Viral multimedia. I don't know if you're familiar
Viral
with
multimedia, yes.
Lexter and the crew,
Mhm.
sila Joe and the rest of the cast. Sila Rigel. They did this like film for ketchup brand, and
I
then
haven't seen
they
it yet.
was nice. Was nice. But not to steal the spotlight of Ang Pagputol. So what? That's the next step for a film, though. Like for a short film, like or an independent film, to get the attention and to get the notice, the nod, or
The
turn
nod,
turn
nod
the heads
itself.
of like major blockbuster productions.
Well, Ella, what do you
Ako?
think? What do you think? What do you think lang? What do you think?
I'm just the director here.
No, I mean, ang ako lang is I just work with them because I love filming my kids. I just love doing stuff. I just enjoy filming. The idea of filming itself is very very fun for me na good.
And challenging.
Yeah, and challenging. Actually, it's very very challenging. But as long as you're having fun,
I bet you, I know it's fun, but I bet you, not even, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I bet you wala gid mo nagkatapok na kumpleto in all of those sets. Because I noticed, and just take this as criticism or probably you did it on purpose, I noticed in the first opening scene, it's only 3 family members.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where's the rest? And then
hello no.
and then
I just realized.
And then I kind of assumed that sisters here were kind of imaginary at the end. So part of this psychological effect of like the lead trying to like conjure up imaginary identities to fill up a void of like I wish
Missing.
I wish I had this person around. Okay, if naapod ni siya, like it would be a shared experience kami tanan damay. But at the end though, like was that the challenge though? Like managing time slots, scheduling. How challenging was to put this film together, knowing it's a passion project and how busy it is.
Actually, the very challenging part yun is ang schedule. Kay we can't just force people around to like, uy, alin mo diri ba yung film kay gusto ko mag-film.
Ba?
Gusto ko nga mo-appeal mo. But you know, basically you're invading their private time na for themselves. So murag we did consider good nga vacant ang everyone aning a day nga i-shoot.
Right.
Then proceed ta sa retakes mangali kung naay mga retakes mangali. We need to consider good nga kanira nga day sila taman. Dili gid ni sila pwede ma-extend for some reason good, especially katong mga na responsibility. So, so wala kay nako gi-consider nga I did consider nga passion project siya pero wala gid ako sila gi-think nga kailangan i-force gid ako kay wala na ko ako scene nga gusto.
Yeah.
Di gid ako sila kwan. So kung kaya nga magbilar for that film,
And I bet
which
a lot
which
of
we did,
sleepless nights for all
which
y'all.
we actually did nga magbilar for this film. Magbilar good.
That Bilar is something that's normal in Hollywood. Like they would, I
Actually,
bet they would shoot like into the wee hours.
Yeah.
actually,
It is true.
And behind the closed doors of the studio set, like who knows what goes on in there? Like probably a lot of abuse as well. But the good thing about like indie films is it's so beta. Like
Mhm.
you get to experience everything for the first time.
First time,
or
yes.
like
First time.
it's
First time,
so
first time.
visceral. The experience, like there's nothing else like it. Basically, like any passion project, diba? So I want to ask you guys another one here. So knowing that this was a passion project, and what would you guys like hoping to achieve out of the film? Like obviously the pride that you made a film, pero other than that, like what else do you get out of this?
Ooh.
That's a
I think
trick
what
one.
else do we get out of this? Ako, karon kay wala pa siya nagstorya, but I'm very grateful nga may co-actor si Jay. Daghan kay siyang fans. So siya ang like most of our views. So thank you kayo to the friends of Jay. Like we love you. Keep supporting us. Pero
Jay,
I
say
think-
something.
yeah.
Say something.
we get
Fans.
Ay, patayin sa si ate.
Sige, what we get out of it kay, first of all, for the actors, kay, I think kami tanan, like, first time na mo or amateur actors, may,
To be discovered.
Yeah, so
Hopefully.
I hope like this passion project gave them also a venue para ma-express sila to show their talents and skills as actors as well. So kamo ko story
Sige, Jay.
Actually sa ko anjud like nakulat nagigutong ngunya ti Ella nga mostly sa mga fans da kuno sa kuha but I don't know I'm really inviting my friends to support local films and not just local films but also local art like that. And I can't believe it na nga. Mostly of my friends man jud is kanang ilang sa naibala na sa kuha is like kanang sirok lagi daw but when they watch the film and also para kang kuya you
Different alter ego.
yeah
Alter ego.
and I haven't also watched the film because I need some energy para i-face na kung naong
Is this a common thing for like artists? Like they need to detach from something they made and then probably want to hear it from somebody else, like how well it did.
I think it's better for, I mean, for me personally lang, I do prefer nga someone will say it to me good than me complimenting myself. Kumbaga, I mean, it's basically, I mean, for me, it's kind of boasting na. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's quite nice to hear people appreciating your craft
Right.
good bitaw. Like, genuinely, they just randomly pop like, uy, nice mo film. Then, I was just like, did they make a film?
Which film? Aha, to the ganun.
Daga naman tayo.
yeah and
Pohon.
Well,
Pohon.
'cause
But
I
like,
think
iyang atong the previous question, Ella and I talked about this. Like me, like as a open transgender, like here in this industry, like if you're gonna trans a female, they're gonna say, we don't cast trans. It should be biological women. Like, and I am really happy and grateful that Ella really casted me as Luna, because she really I was like, in my mind I was like, for real, I'm casted as Luna and like that, and then it and wala po nakabutan dito na Luna is trans or whatever. It's just Luna is female and I'm female, and that's what Ella said. Like,
No pronouns though.
yeah,
Like,
she her, I'm she her. And then like Ella said that na siya na experience ana na like in her previous song. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
what you
remember,
said.
somebody a trans woman nag-contact siya sa ako because I was looking for an actress. So actor is like non-gendered actually. So I
Yeah.
call myself an actor. So she volunteered nga mag-act siya sa akong music video. And then I was like, yeah, sure. But then kanang na-insecure siya. So nag-ingon siya nga murad. Basig dili ako imong ginapangita. So I'm like, ganun. Like why? Like yeah, pero honestly, like dili ko like think na oh my god, I'm a savior, like God complex. I mean, I do have savior complex, but like it should be the bare minimum. Like what I'm doing is literally the bare minimum, guys. So yeah, Scarlett.
Because like, I mean, as an artist, what am I calling myself an artist? Girl. Yeah, but for real though, like we as an artist, we should be open-minded to this. Cast whoever you want. Maybe they could they could show good results and like that. And then like, I mean, sexism and all that. Let's end it. Like, if you're going to be an artist and you're going to work in this industry, you should be
Yeah.
open-minded.
should.
You should be open-minded.
Have you had a lot of pushback though with being casted and
Like in
getting
what
your
way?
ideas accepted for like who you are?
I mean, yeah, somehow, but some of them are like really saying that we should cast her instead because you're always like this. You should do this na lang like that. There's a lot like of toxicity happen. Like even though some directors like moingon na those people who say, "Oh, I'm open-minded because I'm like this," but then they at the end of the day they're like, I have, and then they're gonna like, I have a specific thing kasi like that. So
They already made up their mind.
yeah,
That's kind of strange.
but you can't please everyone. So
Yeah, for sure. Especially in this industry. Hey, I'm glad. Hey, good job though. So more projects like these So we expect more of Scarlett on future projects.
Actually, okay.
Nah,
Sige,
nah.
let's tease lang people a bit. So, way back after sa amo pag-film kay I talked with Scarlett and she told me an idea for a film. Katay mo ni Chika sa kuha. She told me an idea for a film. Like,
First time pinag-isaba si mo, Scarlett?
It's been like eavesdropping, but I'm
Ano
like,
sa-
now wala.
sa car, di ba?
Oo, doon sa car.
Oh, yeah.
So, while nagatod ko sa ila Scarlett, wag na-drop na ako sila. Kaya chika si Scarlett ko like, sa film na yung gusto yan. And naminaw na ko sila, but I was just driving. And ko like, sige daw, spill daw, let me hear it. Kay, I might do it. Kay, you know, wam sa gulingaw. So, ito, iyengi story ang film. It's about four friends?
Five.
Five friends. About five friends who, how do I describe it?
Like they're like actually it's like
Teaser lang ha, teaser.
yeah, like let's just say it's like teen flick meets horror yapon. Like
The surprise.
what's this movie? It's like Mean Girls meets The Exorcist. Like that concept. Yeah. It's Mean Girls meets
You heard it here first.
The Exorcist.
Kita pa na.
Alright, so you can't sit with us. At
Yeah,
the
you
same
can.
time,
Yeah.
you're being exercised.
Right, you can't. Right, you can't sit with us. The power of God compels thee.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully soon good if time favors me and my ability. Kay we'd love to make that film good into a reality. Kay I was blown away pag ingon gyud ni Scarlett ato, you know, like, whoa, nice thing idea. It's like it's a new type of idea and it doesn't usually come around sa mga local films. I don't usually see this kind of idea.
Right.
Although, nasa siguro yung mga similarities, but
Yeah.
for the idea itself, it's very fresh. So, I do hope we can make that film sometime soon, in the near future.
Isn't that what films are for? Like, you know, it's always introducing ideas indirectly and
Actually,
subliminally.
I mean, yes. Dira magid nag-base.
Yeah.
Everything starts with an idea, then, you know,
Something that's probably like outrageous to many. Like,
and everyone agrees and it's like, okay, let's work on it. Sige, let's set a schedule. Ayun. Write a script. Plan a date.
this film though broke many barriers. Like, I mean, you guys already mentioned before that the talk of the abuse, and then the acceptance of like transgender actors on for the role of a woman on the film. It did, and I don't know about witchcraft though. Like witchcraft's
Same. I don't know about any.
been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But lastly, the barrier of like having an independent in a passion project broken through, having done this without the support of like major mga productions. That needs to be like a louder message, I believe. And you guys are hitting like so many birds with one film, I think. So after this, I want to go back to the story of abuse, though. So it's something that's apparent in society, and even if we are aware of it, like it just comes out. So is there like a current abuse story that you guys would like to relate this one to? Like I've heard Ella's, but the rest of you of you guys, like, have you had like stories of abuse as well? That you get reminded out of this film.
Technically, not a abuse story, but like I really hate it when some millennials are glorifying and justifying their traumas. Like when let's just say in this generation, of course the teachers can spank their or
Throw
yeah, or
objects.
throw, let's just say, throw eraser at their students. And then, like, if someone posted that, older people are like saying, na kami gani, ginabunalan mi sa among parents sa una, na kami gani, ginaing ani mi, ginaing ana mi, ginan. And they're like, oh my God, that's like, see that, it like, na-stuck siya sa imong utok because that's trauma. And you're too oblivious because you're like saying that's good for you, that's good parenting because it made you a good person, but it's actually not.
Hey, don't you find it amazing though that even though that millennial does mention that, did you find him hurt other people as well or lay a hand on their children?
Some of them, yeah, like,
Yeah.
because,
The cycle.
like, yeah, the cycle keeps on going. Exactly.
Exactly.
The
Speaking,
cy-
I would like to say something about witchcraft as well, because I think like, the reason nga ganahan kay mig witches was, for me, like I learned this in school, na in history, di ba witches are, burned for like, they're especially women, right? And they're burned because, especially sa Philippines nga, babaylands, like the pre-colonial, like tribes sa Philippines, babaylands are usually like even two-spirited, so like they're males but they dress as females.
Right.
So like definitely before ta na-colonize, nga na nagyud ta nga we're not heteronormative. Like we're not heteronormative, we're not patriarchal, but when they came, gi-weaponize na nila and demonize women or witchcraft or being babaylan. So being priestesses, gihimo nilang witchcraft. This is witchcraft. So you should listen to us as Catholics because Catholicism is the one entire truth.
One truth.
Yeah, yeah.
The first ever to make use of a medium, which is the book.
What's that?
Katong pan ba? Like they use
Yeah.
Christianity as the murag.
Yeah. So
Right. Yeah.
that's
The-
why probably religion is such a force of nature because they've been around for so long. Imagine if you had the same message of like, how would you say like what's the opposite of heteronormative?
What is the opposite of?
Like being more accepting of like all genders.
Ooh. Normalize. Wow. Normalize is
Normalize
not a
pa.
real word. No,
If
but
that-
it's
Yeah.
like diversifying the
Okay.
idea of.
If diversifying the
Gender.
idea of like if that would be packaged in a book set in like 5000 BC, imagine what society would be like today. So that's why like they are such a force of nature, and I think we all know that some religions, everybody please take this with a grain of salt. Some religions, they actually turn that into a business model.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
They diversify their portfolios into schools, into non-profits. I don't know how they do that.
I wonder, I wonder pag ginunsa na nila.
But it's a very tough subject to touch on because it's like basically asking like, saying like, I don't like your religion or I don't like your wife or I don't like your genderhood or how you like. It's very tough. But it's a good thing about this is talking more about abuse and what's that? What do you call that? Rife between generations.
Yung gap? Is it a gap?
Yeah, it's like bridging the generation gap. If you mention about millennials talking about, well, that's normal. Like, yeah.
And even the boomers, especially the boomers, my God.
I would understand. Okay, this is. I think this is my role. I'm a millennial, probably, but very liberal in a sense. I'm very open to things and probably wala gyud ko ko'y buot. So,
Same.
Same.
so
Same.
probably this is my role. I will try my best to gap the years between boomer and the millennial and the Gen Z and the Gen Alphas. Basically, there's context in each generation. They get to be like that, the boomers, because they live in the world when the world was harsh and scarce.
Yeah.
So, as the years evolve, the years go through and life evolves, a lot of mediums and technology and media, social media and blockchain, whatever. The message gets more positive, as we get more liberal in the way we think, in a balanced way though. we become more accepting of like how people are different from one another.
One another.
Yeah. And you'd understand and empathize why your grandma was so hard on your dad, or yeah, if I wouldn't know how to act if I were in their shoes too, because imagine if you were born in the Soviet Union where you had no choice, or if you were born in the Middle East,
Basically
you couldn't take
forced.
off your hijab,
Yeah.
and they lived in a different reality than we do. We're so lucky.
Yeah,
I agree.
that is true.
Yeah.
It's basically, that is why murag, I also understand, I try to understand the older generation, and through films, I think, balik na sa films, but through films, murag namulat ko sa unsa experiences sa uban, because I can't always, be the victim. I can't always
True.
be like, I'm always right. But one film, I think that depicts generational trauma in a medyo mas balanced way. It's like Encanto. It's pretty mainstream, but like Encanto, it's really the trauma of colonization and how that affects
Was
the
that the
different
one where Bruno
generations.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sang that song.
The Bruno.
But like, yeah, there's this, I'm not gonna say if it's me or is it my story or other people's, but this thing actually happened. So we were in a car, and then like one of the older person, we were talking about this trauma, like the things that happened to this person pod. And then the older person said na because we talked about dapat he should go to a psychiatrist or specialist, he should talk because of what happened to him. And then like this person said na ay sa amo amang gani ginapalo lang mi sa among parents, muhon puyo na dayon mi. Kanang specialist kanang psychiatrist wala man na istorya na ninyo sa inyong mga ginikanan ing ana ako po. And here's me, and ako yun kay, are you being for real? And then like ningon dayon ko na see that niingon na kaana na sa una ginapalo mo, so you can't forget that thing because you're traumatized. And again, that person is oblivious. So, wala. And then, the thing about boomers also, they're really stubborn. They think they're always right, even though they're justifying abuse.
Well, the thing with that is,
Not all of them.
In a sense, you have a point. Because I've met a lot of boomers in my life, and there's just the way they speak influenced me a lot. I talk like a boomer sometimes, and they do. I don't blame them either, because again, that was the reality in their time, and there was no information about mental health.
Yeah,
about like
it's really not open.
This just
pa din.
resurfaced recently, and
Yeah.
we're just so fortunate nga naana ni. But we can't weaponize it to like compare generations.
Sure.
And I hate to say this, but now that we know, and that makes us the bigger person. And it's how they say like you can't teach old dogs new tricks,
Yeah.
and we can't force someone who's like decades of like living the same way over and over. He talks like that.
Yeah.
He's physical like that, aggressive, confrontational like that. A boomer, or you can't change them in a
Yeah,
day.
you really can't change them.
You can't. I don't know, man. To counter that, you gotta counter that with love. It's so cliche.
It's cliche to hear, but that's the fact.
Greet someone in the hallway with a smile. It makes up their day.
Yeah.
Diba? You entering, nagkatbo ka diya ganiya. It just, wow, you are electric. It just energized me. So, But yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about, like abuse, though, or the gaps between generations? I'd like someone to counter what I said. Like, did it,
I guess just for the sake of countering, you're absolutely right. But at the same time, I guess we can have the space to have female rage because female rage is a thing because we're expected to just conform to anything, and I think I'm at that point of my life where I'm at this female rage phase, and I'm giving myself the freedom to do that because daghan na pud ko og daghan women of my generation and daghan na agian nga nga trauma and abuse, not just the parents but like the patriarchal society. But at the same time, like Kat, I think I can see myself kaayo with Kat because like I need therapy as well. I'm at that point where like sometimes I also tend to like speak like a boomer or like yun nga reflect what I've experienced to other people, which I'm trying to stop. Like I don't want to follow in the footsteps of the mistakes older generation, and that's why we all need therapy.
And what way to do it than an art or film?
Yes.
Or this podcast. That's why we need to have like civil discourse. Wow, female rage is a thing.
Yeah. It's always
I mean, I'm married, so I get the end of that, business end of that every day. So
Yeah.
you guys would know.
I won't disagree. I won't disagree.
But there's this time that like when guys are enraged and then like the girls are like, oh my god, he's acting like a freaking idiot, and then like they're gonna ask a lot of questions, and then you're gonna say kablo ka nga no kaing ani, and then they're gonna realize, and then you as a female I'm gonna like I'm better than you. Like, we've had that encounter, right?
Like governments, right? Well, okay, let's go to politics. But like, for example, leaders in our country, politicians, they tend to say, women cannot be leaders because they're very emotional. Like, emotional kayong mga babae.
Yeah.
And, that's why, like, most of our presidents are, like, men.
We've
but,
had female presidents.
yeah, I'm sorry.
We've had a female president.
But most of it, most of them are men. Kaya nagya pa yung prejudice against, women being not capable of it. Even though there are a lot of studies wherein women are very capable and very they're really fit to lead as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, who causes wars? I mean, wars between countries, like men.
Helen.
Hey, but that's blaming the beauty of the woman. But who caused the war really? It is the men.
The men.
Helen was just there being beautiful.
She's just like I am
She's
doing
just like,
nothing. I am doing nothing.
And that's why this is important. Is wars always start out as miscommunication. Like same how like a relationship derails. It was like miscommunicating along the way or not compensating for lack of miscommunication and the lack of effort. And women as leaders.
We hope to
That's
see
it.
that soon.
Yeah.
I guess. Hope to see that.
Are you guys firm believers of the future is female? No.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know if my future. I would see my future.
I mean, yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Ako, like for me, it's very, even in the film industry, we don't really see a lot of
Yeah.
women behind the camera. I mean, there's more now. Like my favorite are like Greta Gerwig or like Antoinette Hadaunen. And I'm very thankful sa ila akay. Ako ilang gi-contact. I'm like, oh. Like,
She has the brains for everything. So we need to rely sa who has the most ideas and brains on how to work
Absolutely.
the insides. So we opted nga. I think sa Ella, she would like to do a film probably. We're nag-assume na lang po siguro me at some point nga maybe Ella wants to do a film. Let's contact Ella daw. Okay, she has more experience sa art input compared sa amo nga we don't do much film kay we're basically on the business side. So
Commercials.
commercialized side. So murag like
Ads.
we do appreciate film pero we're mostly focused good sa commercial kay it's what the demands here sa place na to sa
So there's
Cagayan.
no demand for a film.
Well, for me I haven't I am yet to discover nga mag-demand ang film here sa Cagayan. Hopefully sometime soon nga there'll be
I think it will.
hopefully good.
Because with the influx of content and the emergence of media, topping and emerging creatives and design and talent will emerge. So this is a good step.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
What better way to lead it than I hope I don't sound so condescending.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
that's
fine.
like thankful put kayo like first you guys like Sam Press and the huge upside. You give us the opportunity to express ourselves
Huge upside,
and
bro.
share our brains. And dili siya common in, mainstream media. And so, especially karon mas na-democratize na I think ang media because you guys we
Yeah.
can do this
But
independently.
I have a conspiracy though.
Mm.
Do you guys think that the previous media conglomerates in this country or the current media conglomerates in this country are misogynistic or like men-led,
Media. Huh.
too masculine in the way they decide and the way they behave?
Media, like media news, like
Media news and including the film industry.
the film industry siguro I can
Man,
like
Really?
say
Really?
like, mas daghan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before you asked me this, like you asked me that about like the oh my god, I forgot the car in the road, like be a monster if you're a female, be a monster truck. You remember that? Yeah.
I remember we were talking about it here sa local sa Cagayan de Oro. So I'm also like a singer-songwriter, so part of the music industry as well. And mostly
We're
here
forgetting that she's a independent artist.
we were here at like diri ga ka-hold ang komunidad, open mics and everything. And most of the time, like I'm the only woman, and me and Munchkin and soon si Scarlett.
Do you have a song?
Yeah, I'll be releasing my song by January 13. Plug. Yeah.
That's why marag mas daghan good like men in this industry because for me in my experience like in my personal experience lisod had look for us women to like delve into this because it feels unsafe when it's dominated by the field is dominated by men.
Like what do you think being a artist here in Cagayan and you're female? And I answer that like just be patient because
Until 100
If-
years old?
yeah,
Patience lang
I
gyapon.
don't know if someone's going to like really stomp their foot down, something's gonna change. But when she asked me that, I'm like, you should be patient because being an artist in this like here, not just in Comunidad or let's just say here in Cagayan, it's a male-dominated world.
Still?
Yeah, still a male-dominated world. Like most let's just say local female artists are like matabunan na because let's just say the genre, yeah, like let's just say I don't want to like if ang imong market, if like kaning mga people good na like us, mingon gid sila na I'm much more into his genre because it's rock and roll, it's badass, I can relate to it. Kesa sa female because like in female, mingon sila na it's too yeah, it's too girly, it's too like this, it's too it's, and then they're gonna say homophobic stuff na dayon, like it's too gay like that. So yeah, mauna na di sila ingon na ma-appreciate. Kudos to those guys who appreciate every like
Thanks.
kinkisagid ka na artist. Yeah. Kudos to those guys, good. Like it's not about like if you're gonna listen to Taylor Swift, what you're gay now? It's not that. You're supporting artists.
But at the same time, I think in the local like scale, like for me, for example, comunidad is like safe for me. Like it's a safe space for me. But there's this like one establishment like recently last year, na like I experienced some sort of harassment. So
Really?
yeah, I went there for the first time and like it was male dominated. And because of that experience, I'll never go back there again because it's traumatizing.
Why did you
right?
go there?
Sorry,
Why did you go there?
because those are music people.
All right.
So
Just for the experience of it.
yeah, because it was a music event.
But-
It was a music event.
All right. But did you know going in that was gonna happen?
No, because yeah, because like I just yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a mess.
Cat calling,
No.
worse than that.
Yeah.
You will get that every now and then, Cagayan. You know that we're a backwater city, right? We're progressive, but there's still like pockets of
There's still holes to be filled.
Yep.
I hope gets filled soon.
That's why like in this film wise, I'm really happy that Ella directed this. Like wow, a female director. It's like
Basically, Ella is like the jack of all trades. I
Yeah, you can
consider
do so
her
many
as the
things, right?
jack of all trades.
She
Based
took
based
right.
on what
Yeah.
I've seen, like, especially katong yung theater. Was it theater? How do you call it? What's the proper?
Theater play.
Theater play, oh. Especially itong yung theater play. Still awesome. My friend edited it. So, murag, I got the chance to see Ella working, kumbaga, sa
Ella,
theater.
when you did that screenplay, was that live and
So like 3 times may nag-shoot like straight and
while there was an audience?
no, because motong
there
height sa
wasn't.
COVID.
Alright.
Sadly. Yeah. Pero ako like jack of all trades. Dili ko jack of all trades because dili ko kabalo unsaon pag hold og camera properly unlike him. So I'm like the brains but he's like the director of photography, like cinematography.
you can do triple threat. You can act, you can dance, you can sing.
You also because
Yeah, the trifecta.
yeah.
That's a-
Sila pud theater man pud sila so they can do everything as
It's
well.
basically probably like the complete skill set for today's media.
Actually, ang katong gibuhat gid na Ella was like the complete set for me. Like amazed kay ko ato gid. Like I kept complimenting her nga like nice gid kay tubay kay nabuhat nimo tanan, you just like in one swoop gibuhat na to nimo tanan. And even though nga it was a very very long nga play, she did
Kapoy
completed.
kay Tuy.
Oh, kapoy kay Tuy. Grabe. I've seen her done it.
And,
Sa
and
video.
the good thing with that once you get that done, there's so many ways to chop it up.
Yeah.
Oy, ang
I
editing
can
part.
see
Oh
Ella
my god.
repurpose those highlights of it over and over in TikTok or in Instagram and Facebook.
But also, fun fact, siya kung video projectionist. So, I knew him because nag-video projection siya sa ako.
What does a video projection
So,
nist do?
you know, if you've watched my play, it's still awesome. Napod siya sa akong YouTube channel. But it's basically a play, like 1 hour and 30 minutes. And siya ang pindot sa video projection nato. Like, you should go
Really?
watch it. And watch Jay's work.
Work of art.
Work of art.
If you're acting in or doing a theater play, you gotta know everything else, diba? The behind the scenes, you shoot the angles, the rule of thirds.
Mo na
all
akong
that.
gikabiliban gid sa ato nga time kay she did had multiple cameras good working at the same time, and I was like ikapila sila gi-take like more tulo was it tulo ka takes good diba, tulo to ka takes kay while my friend edited it, I kept seeing ko tagas lagi kini nga mga clips lagi, is it one take or multiple takes lang ning imong gikat? It's a one take nga gikat dayon. Imagine assembling it just to get the perfect take for one line lang, diba?
The amount of rehearsal.
Oh, the amount of rehearsal itself would, and you know, impressed gigi ko kay Ella ginato. Like it's overall like Ella can do this and at the same time do this one. Labo na to sa film namo nga she was the director and at the same time scriptwriter and actress rather.
I can imagine because some folks can't mentally handle all that work.
I broke down a few times, but it's fine.
So what's the coping like for Ella? Like what you have to do to get through like something that's grandiose as that?
Ako first of all, daghan ko like production sa school and mas lisod gid to dito, you know, there's this issue of abuse as well sa theater. But that's why kato akong thesis because yeah, that was actually my thesis for college. But I got a drama therapist because
So there's an actual therapist
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
actors or drama lang?
drama therapist can work sa actors or even
Right.
non-actors but using
'Cause you got
techniques of
you
theater.
got sports psychologists and you got
Ah,
drama
sports
therapists,
psycho. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true though.
life coach. Lol.
That's true. Life
Yeah.
coach, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
So you had to do like a lot of drama therapy. And then what else?
I guess because communal siya nga experience, I think. Ako thankful ko like sa akong team, you know, having a team, sila Jay, bisag naglisod po sila, I was like, kaya ni ninyo guys. Like my stage manager Zilpha was like literally like nakatulala na lang siya because she didn't know what to do and I was like may katawanan na lang gid ko.
Yeah.
Kaya na nimo.
Actually, naglisod yung because it's my first time man jud sa katong video projection like something fresh pa jud sa akong mind ba. Actually, and yeah, gusto ko mag-explore. So yeah, after ato nga, I've decided to grab this opportunity and dyan na dayon nag-build ko sa self og commitment para ani nga task. So yeah, okay. Kaya din ako ni buhaton. So actually, during that play, I learned so many things, not just about the acting but also the technical, like how does these things work. And I can't really believe it because that time is COVID and for me like it's so very impossible nga makakantang mag-isa ka theater play. But yeah,
Still a surreal experience.
yeah, like first time nga ay nga ni day nga this is how things work and there is no impossible if all of your production team has this type of commitment yun dito.
Did you see that level of commitment with PAGPUTOL though?
Yes,
or it's a
I
different scenario.
Well, in terms of the crew, sa
I mean the totality. Like, were you part of the? Okay, so I can
yeah.
ask Jake.
siya lang,
ako
si Jay lang, si Jay lang. Fine.
For me, yes, Jude, because it is different man Jude sa katong theater last time ug sa kaning film nga ang pagputol because katong nga time man Jude sa Still Awesome is di ba wala pa man Jude to yung klase di ba tihalo sa ang Still Awesome.
Naamoy, na klase sila Christy.
Yeah, also me. Oh yeah, nakadumdum na ko.
Where
and
you at?
and also the venue, it's pretty kuan Jude siya kay there are so many things nga wala mi nag-expect nga ato day ang kuan.
EVR.
Prestigious guy.
Yeah. Wala mi nag-expect nga nay part man jud nga dapat i-cover na mo ni para dim jud black and yeah nag-shoot mi today pagka tomorrow na pod matangtang na po tong the din spills so dapat kay si Ate Ella patay gid yan like that so dapat ingani kay yeah kabalo ako like from like before I've experienced kanang as propsman so kabalo jud ko kung say buhaton like ingani ala na spills dapat di man ni mao gahapon dapat ako ning utron dapat ako ning utron
So you're always learning on the fly.
yeah
Nobody teaches you this like behind the scenes stuff, no? Like
Sa
in theory, do they teach you that in film school or what?
So I haven't tried film school though,
Diba?
pero
like
sa theater siguro, maybe. Pero kung behind the scenes, kay what I know is basically gamay lang kayo kay I've had a work with a film. I get so sad sometimes ba? I get so sad sometimes. Naka-work ko with them sa Pagadian and we were just there to observe and handle the camera equipment. Kung ba camera department may ato nga time. Okay, so ang ato din nga time kay murag basically we're just there to handle camera equipment and observe kung how do they work sa film good like in that good nga film. And you don't really learn stuff nga dili nimo makita. Okay, you need to see it in order to believe the stuff that they do good.
action.
Okay, you can just like theorize diretso nga
Or
maybe nga ni si DP kay mo gid siguro iyang murag trabaho gid siguro like it's like guessing or theorizing na lang. But no, you actually need to see it good kay para makaingon gid ka nga mo gini literally ilang ginabuhat good.
Yeah.
And maybe just ask a few questions siguro at the same time nga why do this instead of this? Then magagatag din sila input, dira na siguro din ka mag-create og another theory for yourself na dayon nga pwede ra nimo probably
Your
apply.
personal spin to the skill. Or
So it's basically a cycle, kumbaga, if I were to say it. More siya cycle.
refining somebody's way of
idea.
doing.
Kumbaga, you just get their idea. After getting their idea, you refine it. Then after refining, try to apply it sa imong work dayon.
But that's kind of tough, like refining film here in Cagayan, because there's only a few. But hopefully, with this film coming out, tagan pud ma-inspire nga
Hopefully.
would make, and it's healthy competition, and
We always
you know,
love a healthy competition.
yeah,
Yun.
for
Yeah.
sure. It actually
good.
drives more creativity.
That's true. That's true.
Ba?
Though nalang ko'y concern sa uban do, if I were to say it right now. Kung let's put it on the commercial side sa Cagayan, if dili lang sa film. Kaya sa commercial magod, there's a lot of competition, not just friendly competition. I think you guys know those things. Dili lang yun sa friendly kay more on paunahay good kasi
And
makakuha
I've heard a lot, like a lot of folks complaining about the rate.
That's one of my concerns, ang rate. Kay there are people, or let's say, creators, they're willing
But,
to go low of the low
How else would
to
they
get
go?
the client. To get the client. And we're like, what if, unsa lugar tong mga gatarong gid og quality nga creators, nya, inganiyon na din sila pricing din sa client nga, naanad atong baratohon nga client. Do, may sila nga, katubitaw si Kuan kay barato ro yan, 600 ro yan, 3,000 ano ron
Well,
yan.
that's what you call there are cheap people.
Yeah.
The cheap people, or let's say the cheapest clients are the one who gets the most demand out of what they are willing to pay good. So,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Like my producer Kuya Ru, like recording, I asked him pila imong rate because I really don't know because it's my first time doing this,
How much
doing
did you-
music.
how much
And
did
then
you
like he asked me for this specific price, and then I'm like, that's Kuya, that's so small lang. Like so ina ako kini na lang, and then like maybe sa next na ako na song I'll give you mag-add na lang ko dayon ko, and then he agreed to
Was
it.
it fair
Like
though?
it's really fair.
Well, I think folks just need to communicate the rate.
Yeah.
We need to educate the, let's say, growing clients. Let's say kung marketers mangali, we need to educate people nga we are pricing this kind of price for you kay you are getting this type of quality, and in exchange malingaw mo sa inyong output kay mo man yung gibayaran, and you can just pay 500 pesos for like a 3-minute video na music video lang kumbaga.
the equipment
Yeah.
you spent.
Imagine the equipment is like hundreds of thousands
Wala
na
pa
gasto.
labot ang oras. It's actually the time.
You can get the ROI. Transpo pa lang, gas, bahala gani kayo.
Well, you know what? That's going rate and pricing will always be an ongoing conversation because it's gonna get saturated.
Do you think it will end?
No, it will not end, and it will always be a conversation because there will always be out and budding media productions, always hungry and ready for you to just slip, and they're just gonna run away with your money. And that's where I guess you always have to put your best foot forward. And if folks don't take your rate, so be it.
And that's why I gave Kuya Ro Arevalo shout out.
Shout out,
shout out.
30K.
Kuya Ro Arevalo. Yeah, that's why he's my recording. That's a recording.
With what?
With the things you said.
The rate? No, even with this, I'm not charging anybody for what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I always believe that people can come up with rackets, and then they can make money in other ways. So let's say, for example, who's paying these vloggers and content creators to produce like vlog content quality? they just do it for the pure love of it. And then in the end, they make their money through endorsements, brand deals. There's just so many ways to make money. You're a, you're a very powerful videographer, but nobody wants to take your rate. How else can you make your money? Build a brand, sell shirts. I mean, there's so many ways to do this. But as probably a media production or a team, it's always a tough conversation because there will always be cheap productions.
That's true. But at the same time, I mean, you can make money in different, like, multiple sources of income. But at the same time, I guess the issue is with the bigger companies or clients that are actually trying to, like, for example, Jay is a visual artist. So I saw his post na parang, ay namurag, you don't ask someone to like, oh, can you give me a painting of my face and friends bitota, like, wala nalay bayad. It's, if ever an artist gives you a painting or an art piece, it's a gift because gikan sa iya.
Because you're special.
Yeah.
Did you charge them though, Jay?
No, because it's my own will. Like ako, like me personally, like out of nowhere lang, like example, ala, kana mo kahit
Pop na sa idea.
ay, tagaan ako siya painting.
Right.
Like, for me, tagaan ako siya painting because there's the time man jud niya, sometimes I feel like stagnant ako and I need to
Create more.
create something para mapukaw ning akong pagka-visual artist.
EG,
Man.
sila bombing.
Actually, kasi tinod ang gingon ni AJ, I do have this kind of rule gapon sa videography wherein if ako mag-offer sa mo og shoot, it means it's free.
Yeah.
If ikaw mo duol sa ko mga yung shoot, that's paid.
Yeah.
Matik yun na siya nga paid.
Yeah, sure.
You
That's
can't
where
just
the
like
demand
say
comes
nga, shout out lang ka, dude, a shout out can buy
Yeah.
isa ka sako sa bugas. You can't buy my ulam for the day. You can't buy and my expense for the day. You can't buy gas. So, what's your shout out compared sa mga
Yeah.
gasto? Anak bitaw.
Like this film, it's our really will.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
will
diba?
yun na.
It's our own will lang yun. Okay,
Yeah.
if I were to think,
Yeah.
sponsor.
Ella, sa may kasweldo ni mo nila.
Yeah.
One of our friends actually asked us if Lona, ningon siya na pilin yung TF and wala ko ni tubag because maybe
How much would you like to be paid though?
no because
For,
I
for
really
a 13-minute film.
I really love
If not a
filming.
rate. No,
if not a
you
rate,
had a rate.
see I really don't know because I'm new to this.
Right.
But kung
You base on your
if
skill lang.
pilangi hatag ni Ella, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Right.
Okay na good.
Whatever.
Actually,
At least I'm having fun.
Na-remind ko ni Ella actually, ito nag-mention bitaw ka nga, kanang kung kinsa tong makig-work sa mosunod, magpapigid kag ingani nga price. And I remember Ella saying it nga, kanang, supposedly, feel ginang magpabayad sa Ella if kanang randomly lang gid mi duol sila nga wala gid siya kaila sa mga bitaw gid. Magpabayad gid ni sa Ella gid. I'm pretty sure magpabayad kay she's very great good.
Yeah.
And it just come by chance nga naka-work sa ako isa ka barkada si Ella. So basically
Nag-ilar.
nagsalig na lang pud mi gamay. Sorry Ella. Sorry Ella. Nagsalig na lang pud mi gamay nga friends sila ni Ella and ko like naman kay kaila. Top daw, try na to. Basta hindi ay. No, pero if magpabayad sa ato, mo decline mi kay wala man mi money kay it's a passion project good. And
Yeah.
first kung mag-ask me og help good, we would mention good at first nga it's a passion project. Dili gid siya nga
Yeah.
we're like project lang kay kung project sa expected nga magpabayad or na makaltas ba ang time good daghan kay makuha lang nga things dili lang ba agad nga edit and work time or shooting time kumbaga. So mo to just by chance lang good nga Ella is free at that time and willing po sa Ella makig-work. Mo to nag-manifest lagi daw siya. So man ito it was a silver lining.
Ella, like
All
if
along.
if this was somebody else's film and you would star in the lead role, how much would you charge them?
It's actually here. Char. It's like per hour. And for
It's in the
films, per
diary.
hour. For theater, like for a full
Yeah.
theater koan, it's like 15,000 or something. Yeah, it's like something like that.
Afford mo to.
Pila kid ni karon?
For me, pud kay actually, napoy gapangutan na gid sa ko actually like,
Really good
How much?
paintings.
Ideally, aside of painting,
Really good.
ma-pressure na ko. And aside sa painting, like tapos sa film, bitaw, like, mabili ko niyo TF na may TF na, like, dagang po ko ng mga friends, classmate, family, like, yeah, boy, pilay ko ninyo, pilay TF niyo. Akong ginatubag ni Jude is kuan, straight to the point, kuan lang to siya, passion project, because
Yeah.
it's
That's a
our
good
will.
response, though.
Gusto na mo. Yeah, wala na ko'y paligoy-ligoy, tubago na
Yeah.
siya. Passion project na mo, because gusto lang na mo. Ano lang.
So you're not opening your talents for services, like.
It doesn't mean po nga I'm not opening my talent for services. If we did something just for free, that means nga, example sa painting, kanang taga nagag-painting. If giatag na ko nga painting sa mo,
Free.
that means for free, that means you're very special to me.
Hypothetically, somebody saw that painting and then ganahan ko ato pila.
Yeah, that's time siguro nga mag-set ko great jud. Mostly my painting, like, let's say, yeah, commission painting, mga, let's say, bond paper size. So, mudagan siya og mga 3,500 ang kuan price. And actually, it depends po kung unsa nga style, unsa nga medium.
Medium.
Because the medium really matters, because because there are different types of techniques application when you are using to that medium. When you are using oil paint, different siya from charcoal, pencil, or acrylic. Yeah, so
Watercolor.
different po na
Water
siya.
wash technique.
So if we did something like kung gitaga ka na kung painting or drawing, that means you're very special because
Kapadungog kanina, siya kapadungog.
lagi dapat ana jud.
Special nga person yun.
Kinsa na sila di.
Hala, di actually dagan.
Name drop mo di.
Dagang kigatan now.
Dili, dagan ko gi-paint nga gusto na ko sila paint because for me kanang nakatabang sila sa akong personal growth.
Right.
And they help me to grow as a person and they influence me to do something nga before wala na ako nabuhat and tungod na sa ilang influence ako marami isa sila sa nakapapush sa ako nga buhaton ako ni nga butang which is wala na ako nabuhat before.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me that's my deserve ni nimo. Yatag na ko sa mo kay deserve ni nimo kay nakatabang ka sa ako. Ano lang? Simple
Ako
as
sa'yo
that.
nakatabang mako sa imo.
Yeah.
Joke lang.
There you go. So much talk about rate and passion projects. But it's pretty obvious that this film is a passion project. Would there be a way to monetize it though if you guys chose to do so?
Sponsorships. I guess.
Sell the rights
Yes.
to it?
Na ako actually nasa description sa YouTube video akong Gcash, video, and PayPal. Pay what you can, guys. No, I'm serious. Like for these people.
Pasweldo, no?
Yeah. So after sa 13, I might. I don't know.
Nanay
If you
ko,
guys want to watch the film, edi 50 pesos Gcash. Wow.
Dagay na kayo ng 50 pesos guys. You can buy 1 kilo ng bugas.
Lagi. Or fund the next one.
Hopefully. Excited ko actually. Excited ko sa next one.
I'm pressured actually because, well, Kuya was listening. He was like, nice na siya. I-shoot na to na. And I go, really? I was happy. But then he said, pero gusto na ako ikaw mag-direct. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, she
I remember
how.
Manggod. So, I bet that other people na murag dili ka inline sa iya or dili kabalo sa iyang vision
Yeah.
nga mag-work sa iyang film. Kaya I want her to really get in deep good sa film good nga kabalo sa nga like this shot seems off. Imong acting seems off. Gusto ko kabalo gyud siya mismo sa ins and out. Dili ko gusto nga more like mag-oversee lang siya nga like ako may producer na or ako may naghimo sa idea sa film, ako yung nagatag sa idea. Wala, manadin ko, hawa na din ko.
Yeah.
I don't want her to do that. I want her to be in the position
Have
good.
full creative.
Yes, creative direction
As
good.
an tour.
Yes.
And then I asked Kuya Yul, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to write like the script and all that. And then he said, ask Ella. I mean,
Tagan mo, tagan
she's
ka
really
pa,
cool.
Ella,
Si Ate Ella.
yeah. You can ask for help with a price.
And actually, I was in the casting. It's all female,
Yeah.
and of course she's going to be there. Ellie's going to be there.
La.
You're going to be there. You're
Oh,
going to
so
be
this
there.
is just
Surprise.
You,
Surprise
you heard it
film,
here
guys.
first.
Yeah.
Exclusive content.
Can we learn about the title of the show though, or
Wala. I don't know. Si Scarlett, actually
Too
Scarlett
premature.
has everything.
Yeah,
good.
I still haven't think of it, like what to put on the title pa.
Isikwel na to sa pagputol. Ang
Scarlett.
pagdikit.
Ang pagdikit, ang pagtahi man ko na doon.
yeah? So okay, I should have asked this before. So ang pagputol just basically cut ties, di ba?
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Cutting the ties of the cycle, breaking the cycle. And there you have it. Anything else you guys want to tell our listeners or our viewers?
Guys, watch the film guys. Kay wala pa ko kakita. And
Same.
gusto pod ko mo tanaw.
Wala pa pod ko kita.
Kung gusto manggali mo nga sabay ta magtanaw, pag-imo lang mo Google Meet magtanaw ta.
Are you excited for any feedback though? Have you guys had any feedback?
Yeah.
Ayan.
Actually sila, I don't know. Wala gid ko
Actually,
I am
yeah.
excited to read the. I really love criticism.
comments.
I really love the
Yeah.
comments. I
Can
really
we
love
actually read
criticism.
one comment?
Oh my gosh, go!
Okay, fine.
Can let's just do this. Just one comment sa
Okay.
comment section.
Make it 3 quick.
Wow, ah.
Okay, let's be the first film critic.
Sige. This
Okay, go.
sounds nice. It sounds nice.
Ang pagputol. Ang igawas kay ang probinsyano. No? Hold up. Okay. Dive down quick to the comment section. Wow, you got 8.
Wow.
Dagan.
Okay, clocking in the comment section is Dujana Adil. Go Mekhan and Ting. Xavier Ateneo Film Society. The whispers are still giving me the chills. Congratulations to the team on this fantastic film.
Nice.
Joanna Bartonico. Looking forward to it. Ella. Keisler TV. Ayusa. Kudos to the brilliant actors behind this film. And then Jap YT. Tada kayo ang acting. Wow.
Hey.
Your verdict, guys.
Thank
Excited
you.
ako.
Verdict, okay, like when I watch my own films, tanan mga mali ako makita. So like, all the compliments, like, okay, but I know there's something wrong in this shot. So, I don't know with you. Siya, dagan siya nakuhaan sa school, di ba, na marag, oh my God, the film was like,
Si Ellie.
scare.
Ah, damn. Dagay fan si
She
Ellie.
said, oh my God, it's so nice. The trailer was so nice. Your sister's so pretty.
Pretty.
It's just me.
Ako lang to.
Ako lang pa.
Well, the good thing about that is you can't get high on your own supply. You know, like it's a healthy balance of like you can't hear the cheering and the booing at the same time. Keeps you on the ground. Keeps you hungry. You know what? The minute we say we're experts is that actually the minute we start dying as artists or our creativity stops. Is there anything else, Scarlett? You perhaps, or Ella, you guys want to send a message to the viewers after we just read those wonderful comments?
Fine. Ikaw, Jay. Saman. Thank you.
For me, thank you so much for supporting local films. And this will help us and makatabang gid ni sa amo adjud as an artist, and it gives us the reason to pursue our passions in art. And yes, that's all. Thank you so much.
Okay. Again, mag-thank you lang gid ko sa people nga nag-support sa film. Wala ko nagpadungog nga maghatag mog GCash or bank. But thank you so much kayo sa inyong mga support good. Those comments itself are happy na ko ato madunggan. But then again, like Ella, I need to watch the film kay mangita og mali. Kay it will also help me good for improvement. Like I could have done better siguro. It's basically my job to see the mistakes ako own work kumbaga.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much guys, and sa wala pa kakita, I hope you will enjoy it.
Yeah, dungan nagtanaw.
The partners, salamat day sa Comunidad, Paper Plane Films.
Yes, thank you so much.
Film Society.
Yeah.
Xavier University, Film Society. What else?
Scenes and Music Press.
My mom, Eleanor Figura, my lola, iya hatong balay, my lola's house, Escarlita de Lumpines, and the others were Miguel Benasa, Aina Alvarez, oh my gosh, who else?
Cloyd.
Huge upside. Woo! And my co-actors were Cloyd and Jewel Tomolin.
Best. Or the best.
True.
I would like also to thank my father, akong papi, because every time nga mag-shoot mi magabi na yung mga 11, 12 like that. Sometimes dili man yung hatod ni Kuya Yu. Siya mo kuha sa ako. Hatod kuha.
Yes. Good.
Good. Thank you so much, Pay.
Ayo, thank you po
Diba?
sa parents kini. Sakto, parents.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
remind me.
parents.
Thank you po sa parents po
Thank
nga
you so much.
i-allow mi ninyo nga mag-shoot ani. Not just for my parents po, but for everyone here. Nga gisuportahan ninyo inyong anak sa ilang passion o sa asa sila gusto, asa sila malipay.
Yeah. Faith in parents have been restored after this film.
Yes.
Diba? There you go. Anything else? And
I
I'm afraid
think that's it.
we need to end this. Thanks everyone.
Mag-plug
Well,
tayo ba?
Shout out, shout
Okay,
out.
plug.
Mao Shouja will be released on January 13, you guys. Give it up for Mao Shouja.
Oh, that's
My
your
first
song.
ever single.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Looking forward to it.
Oh my God. Ayan na, pressure na dahil.
With the music video.
The music video will be released in February 14. I actually like to set dates. I want to release it by January 13 because it's Friday the 13th.
Right.
Oh.
And February 14 because it's Valentine's. Yeah.
Wow,
Timing guy.
Yeah.
Planado.
But like, it's explicit content, so watch on your own risk.
Right, there you go. So, I'm afraid that we have to say goodbye and Happy New Year to everyone. What a way to kickstart the new year. Please go watch Ang Pagputol. It's a 13-minute-ish long short film. Please stream it on YouTube from now until January 13. We have to say goodbye. Bye, everyone. That was Sam Talks.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Oh my God, it's